Lynn Kenyon, Live in Montana Real Estate, in conjunction with Everything Montana Real Estate, here with our fabulous flips. This will be our third flip, and this is Amber Litzinger.
Hello.
And Amber's an agent, and she's a flipper. And this is our first walkthrough, so kind of get an idea of what you're looking at here. They just closed last week.
Yep.
And what are you thinking here? Where are you going to start on the outside? What are you going to do?
We've got siding happening, new roof, new windows all throughout the house. So right away that'll be happening. Old fences will be coming down. This will kind of open up so that the yard feels cohesive, and then we're opening up a hedge up in the front. We're opening up an opening in the hedge. There we go. So we can see from the street also, see the house a little bit.
And you said you're taking the ramp off.
The ramp's coming off. It is the most new thing on the property, but it also takes up a lot of yard space, and maybe not everybody needs that. So
Sure.
we might use that wood to build the archway we're hoping to build in the front.
Oh, that's cool. And then some of the outbuildings.
Yep.
Garage. What do you do to a garage? Do you
That
put a lot
one
of
is
money into them?
Still up for debate on this one. We were hoping to be able to just reinforce the roof a little bit, build it up, make it taller, because you do have to drop off the pad to go into the garage. So we were talking about doing a ramp down into it, but we don't think that the walls are built on cement. They are just on dirt, that the cement inside was poured within those walls. So now we have to kind of rethink and see what we're going to do and figure out.
You tell me, when you're doing a flip, I'm looking at this, maybe you don't have a garage. What are you going to put into a garage? What's that garage going to cost if you tear it down? Ballpark.
Ballpark, well, depends on which way you do it, because that's what we've been looking at, different options. There are still built ones that are more cost efficient, and they're kind of all put together and ready to go. You could do, wood built and do the whole like barn raising traditional type thing. You're probably going to be higher now, 20 to 30,000. And so, yeah, the question is,
do you get that back?
Do you get it back? I vote we live in Montana. This is a 0.7374 size lot.
Oh, so it's a nice size lot.
Yeah, so you're going to have people that probably want a little bit more space, might have tools, machines, toys, that type of thing. And so a type of garage, I think, is going to up the property value.
By more than 20?
I think so.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's walk through. Let's see what you've got going here.
Absolutely. So this is our back side door. Oh boy. It's a quirky, cute little house. It's older, so it doesn't have, big open space like some of the ones we're used to seeing that are new build, but we're hoping to open that up a lot more. We are going to actually reconfigure the kitchen a little bit. The stove will be piped in over here because it's a gas stove. So we'll bring the piping over here. Stove will come over here, kind of keep this layout, and our top cabinets will go to the end here, and this will be open then, kind of an open bar island.
So you're going to take
into
this
the
all
living
down?
room. This whole part here will be opened into the living room to have more space.
I love it. And then what about over here?
This is going to get changed out a little bit too. We can't go too far because this funny little drawer is over the stairway on the back side. So, this is just stairs behind there. So we can't go into there. So we'll probably maybe get rid of this one or use open shelving of some kind here. Still, it is a kitchen, so you do want storage. But the main thing that I'm excited about is this wall will be coming over here, and the refrigerator will be kind of brought into the kitchen. So this feels like it all fits together.
Yeah.
And this opens up into here, and you can see everybody. So
authentic wood floor. What do you think about that?
Oh, my goal would be to keep it, actually. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah, likes to put laminate. When do you make that decision? What is the indicators?
You know what? It's hard to tell. On this one, it'll be, if we can, the main thing will be cost, unfortunately, bottom line. But this is old floor furnace. This used to be the only heat to the house. So this is coming out. We'll put an HVAC AC down in a space in the basement. So my goal, because it isn't wood throughout the whole house, keep the wood, but find an LVP or vinyl planking that matches this color, do kind of a treatment and refinish this, and then do that LVP in the other spaces.
Have it look like it flows then? Is that the idea? And this is also on the porch?
Yeah. The trick will be if we can seam this into here. and
So
patch
do you
it in.
refinish? Do you sand it and refinish it? Do you change the color? Do you keep it this honey oak? Or?
You can do all of those. I'd probably go to a little bit lighter, not the honey oak. There's a little bit more natural refinishing that they've been doing now that isn't so gold.
Right.
This house, though, the design of it, we could kind of stick with the gold too. So we'll see how it turns out. We
And
gotta
new cabinets?
find out.
We didn't even ask.
Yeah, we are doing all new cabinets. There'll be a tile backsplash in there. Yeah.
Cool. And then now you
Yep.
walk into 2
So we've got 2 bedrooms up here on the top
and
floor.
the bathroom.
A little bit larger with a built-in kind of there, and then a closet. The closet's kind of funny because it steps outside of the original footprint of the house.
Oh,
And so we'll have to support it better on the outside, but it's nice because it gives this room extra space.
okay.
And then bathroom will be completely gutted and changed because it's just tiny and small and kind of
Enlarge
dirty.
it or just make it
Not
more
enlarge it.
user-friendly?
User-friendly. So yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with windows and bathrooms, but I'm really excited because I've been dying to do the mason glass cubes for a window in a bathroom so that you keep your light, but it also keeps it waterproof. So we're going to do tile surround in there with the mason cubes, keep the light in there, and then kind of finish off the rest,
That's
make
going
it
to
look
be fun
really
to
pretty.
see. And just
And
another
then-
bedroom.
Yep, another bedroom. Our windows will match in size. All the windows, there's a couple that are smaller, and this one used to be larger, and they made it smaller, so we're going to make them all the same height throughout the house, so it kind of has a little bit more fluidity.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go downstairs. Okay, so we walked in. So this is the front door. We walked in and we went upstairs to the kitchen. Now that door also goes downstairs. Old house.
Little low ceilings.
Yeah.
And then this is a finished basement-ish, finished, I should say. But this is gonna get a lot of change too.
What do you have envisioned here?
We are going to put in a master bedroom, an owner's suite down here. Probably wall this off here. There will still be accesses. This is where the furnace will be. There's a new water heater. So we were really excited because we made it with a new water heater.
Something new.
We're going to build a wall here and then doorway into owner's suite, egress window in here. This is going to
So egress window, folks, if you don't know, egress is in and out. Well, it's out. So you want to be able to, so you've got kids down here, people down here, that they can get out easily. So that makes it much more desirable from a
Yes.
secondary market standpoint and resale.
This we don't think is a supporting wall because here's our beam. So we're hoping to be able to open this up, give this a little bit more open feel in the walkway. And this is going to be kind of a dressing room, vanity closet area. New door into the bathroom on this side, and we'll close it off on the other side. So this will be totally the owner's suite layout. Here, before the bedroom, this will be kind of a small sitting area, and this little nook I'm hoping to turn into an office type, sorry, trying to find that light.
So owner's suite.
There we go. Sitting area, maybe library, bookshelves, office-ish. Haven't quite put that all together, but it'll have a little bit of a purpose too. So
And then this is your bathroom. So do you keep it this size? It's a big bathroom.
it is a big
Bigger than
bathroom.
upstairs.
It is going to probably be really similar footprint as far as, square footage in the walls. That wall will be closed off. This wall will be the new entry side. This
Will be an entrance here. Yeah.
Yep, from that closet. And then the shower will have a bigger footprint because this is just open space back there. It's pretty cute because it's just some piping, which will contain within a wall, but we'll give a little bit larger footprint to the shower.
You're
Probably
gonna step up to the
we're
toilet.
probably still going to step up to the toilet, but it'll look nicer.
There you go.
We'll make it look nicer. And then, and then a vanity, since this one's here, we're going to move it onto the other side. And considering our space, we might do a double vanity. We'll have to kind of consider the layout and size.
So we're finding sometimes you see things, you find it after you've bought them, you discover things. Have you yet, or is it too early when you start taking walls down? And you
We
think,
haven't found anything alarming just yet.
Right.
We kind of had a good amount of time to investigate on this one as best we could because the prior owners moved out kind of in a process. And so we were coming in with contractors to start getting bids, which you don't always get on flips. You don't normally get that head time. So it was kind of nice to.
So that
have some of
helps
that.
from a standpoint of what you're going to come out with. You didn't have to pay the mortgage, the property taxes, the insurance. You're able to get ready and go.
Yes.
Hit the ground running, I guess,
Yes.
is the best way to put it.
Exactly.
Pardon me.
And the more lead time you have with that, it's always nice. And so we had quite a bit of that, and we're able to get into just the relationship we had with the previous owners. We're able to come in, look at things, investigate. Can we come check that out a little bit deeper? And they were like, absolutely. So it was
That's
nice.
really nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be very fun. Thanks for joining us. We'll
Of
be
course.
back. When do you think? When should we come back?
Probably.
To see a real, well, hopefully not issues, but.
No, exactly. I'll touch base in probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay,
think
so
right
let's just
around
get
there.
an idea. So you closed last Monday? 2 to 3 weeks, it'll look different. When
We're
does it hit the
starting
market?
demo.
Oh,
Well, we give ourselves a generous timeline because we are still managing other flips, real estate. We have kids. It's summer. We're partnering with another couple. Same thing. We're all working in different things. So trying to figure out our timeline. We gave for August for listing time, which is pretty generous. We are thinking we'll shoot before that and be able to get done before that. Now that we've kind of started getting things moving. Demo starts though on Monday.
so after 2 weeks. Do you do a lot of the work? You hire it, a combination, it sounds
Yes
like?
and no. My husband has done most of the work himself in the past. Our 3 previous flips, he did all of the work, other than really big projects, electric and big plumbing stuff. And he is getting tired of that. So so now we're trying to balance it out a little bit better and have some other jobs, contracted out. Plus it helps us with the timeline, be able to go faster
Way
when it's
faster.
just one person
So
working on
your
it.
bottom line at the end of the day, if you can get it done faster, they're
Yes.
probably offset a little bit.
Exactly.
As long as you don't, you've got some good contractors. What colors? Or should we wait and see when we visit next time?
We'll wait and see.
Do you
'cause I
have something
it.
in mind? You
I
always
do.
know?
I do. My idea right now is kind of a little bit of this. I don't know when I explain things to my husband, he kind of goes, "Huh? I don't get it." But we'll see. It's
Really?
kind of like a little bit of European bohemian cottage, and bringing a little bit of kind of just a natural cottage feel into this. So,
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
Totally. Definitely. It screams that, I think.
yeah.
Great vision. And then you'll do the same thing. You'll stage it and
Yep.
cool. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Everything Montana Real Estate in conjunction with Live in Montana Real Estate. Our first day looking at this one. It's always exciting to
Yes.
see. Amber's got such good taste. See where this goes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So there you go. Lynn Kenyon, Everything Montana Real Estate, in conjunction with Live in Montana Real Estate. And this is our flip series. Amber Litzinger, remember we were here 11 weeks ago. Looks a little bit different. Take a look, Charlie, at the garage. You were debating if you were going to be able to keep it or not, and
Yep.
you decided to rebuild it. Is that?
We're doing a new garage. We're actually doing a metal garage, so it'll be fairly simple to get in here and put all that in. We'll have to do a new pad.
A new pad.
It was sunk down lower than
Oh.
this pad we're on, so we're gonna have to extend that out.
Okay.
But yeah, so that will be coming in. That'll definitely add to that value though. We couldn't quite get away from it.
Yeah, sometimes you can't. That's the whole thing. That's the point of this, is really buyer beware, flipper beware. So 11 weeks ago we were going to be on the market and sold.
Yep.
We're now August, and you've hit some snags. Tell us about
Definitely hit some snags. Well, we were working along, and we were shut down by the city. We didn't realize some of the permits. We have licensed contracted contractors working, so they can pull those permits. We were unaware of some of the ones that some others that we needed as well. And so they came and they shut us down. And we've just been in the process of kind of pounding out with them what we actually need, how to get it. And it's been a little bit of a struggle.
So that costs you money. I mean,
Costs you money.
here
costs
you're
you
sitting
time.
paying property
Yep.
taxes, insurance, everything, utilities. You can't get it on the market, and if the market's good, this is summer. You
Yep.
don't want to put it on in December
Yep.
necessarily.
Yep.
My experience is some of those codes are very confusing. I mean, they're
Yeah,
written.
they are.
They're written by lawyers, and even when you ask the city, sometimes that's not clear. So that's something you definitely want to fully understand and comply with. And it's
Yeah.
you comply. You're not trying to get away with anything.
Not at all. Not at all. We want to put out a safe, like well put together home that makes sense, that, you know, as much is up to code, all that stuff. It gets really hard when it's interpreted. What that means is interpreted by then. And so if they kind of make it a little difficult for us on our end, it's a little tough. So.
And you said some flippers are not doing things correctly, so they're a
No,
little
they're not.
hypersensitive right
Yeah.
now, maybe.
Yeah.
And jumping on things when you wouldn't expect them to otherwise. So, yeah, that's a problem for you. It's an expensive problem. I understand the cities, their need to be safe.
Definitely.
You know, we're all on the same side for that. Nobody wants anything to happen ever.
No.
But yeah, when you think you're doing it right and then you get called out, that's a tough place. And this is money. This is an investment. This isn't
It
for
is.
fun.
It
Imagine if
is.
you were thinking you were going to move in.
Absolutely.
Then
Absolutely.
that is even worse. But let's go ahead and let's look. We had planned on just coming back and seeing the final result, but let's look at the mess
Hate
that
to
she
disappoint.
look at the
Now I
mess
get to
she's
see you
made.
again.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's
Exactly.
always
It's
good.
a mess right now. So.
Yeah. So let's go take a look inside.
No
So
disappointment
where
on the
were you
mess
at?
yet.
Where were you on this? What still needs to be done, and what's your timeline now, you think?
So, timeline. That's a good question. We were just about ready to start drywalling the places that need drywall. So basement definitely will need drywall. Windows had gone in. Siding was started. We had the same contractor doing both. And so then to drywall, painting, we were deciding flooring. And so honestly, the hard part is once we get up and going, which we think should be next week.
Good.
I'm thinking we're probably about 3 to 4 weeks out.
Okay. Well, this is a mess.
It is a mess.
Look at
The hard part is you're right at the point where it looks the worst, but it's all the last, these little things will just go click, 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 and it'll look so much better.
fast.
Yes, really fast.
Mostly
So.
aesthetics then.
Not just yet, but all of a sudden, drywall is one of my favorite stages. When you get drywall and everything put back in the walls, I go, oh my gosh,
It's a house.
This is gonna look amazing. And then we get to the really fun stuff. Then you get to the
So
aesthetics.
this is not tile you're using.
It is not, well, some of it is. I was trying
Okay.
to play around. So we're trying to, because we're doing this and you're on a budget, right? Especially now, we're trying to find a way to use some of the materials we already have. And so I'm playing around with using some of these. Some of them have too warm of a color for me and my, what I'm going for. These ones look nice together. These ones could go in together. And so trying to determine how much we have, if we have enough for the space that we're wanting to use it in, especially
have
these fun
waste.
ones. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, those are crazy. I love it. So let's walk. We've got a bedroom here. And then this bathroom is probably the big thing, Charlie. You want to,
Oh yeah.
looks a little different than
Definitely
last
show that
time,
one.
and he'll put those up.
That one's one of the ones I'm most excited for because once it gets done, it'll just be a whole new, like completely different space than it was. So
You got to have vision, that's for sure. There's a bedroom here, but let's go downstairs. I think that's going to be the most.
Oh, definitely. Because this was actually really exciting because we've added a room down here that was not there before and changed the layout. I don't know though. Yeah, we have no electricity either though, so
Okay.
I don't know if you can see or can't.
Oh, so you did add that. Yeah, you had talked about that before. That looks good.
So
That's
this will
great.
be a little like small little living room, family room, whichever they want to use. They could do it office space.
Yeah.
But just an additional space downstairs. You do have a living room upstairs, so you don't necessarily need both. We are actually moving the HVAC into there and washer and dryer, HVAC, all will be in there. Water heater, all will be in there. And then
what's this?
So that is the bathroom. And I don't know if you probably remember, the toilet was up on, it was raised up. Well, we were like, okay, leave it or not. Well, it's working, let's leave it. The only problem was once our plumber got in there, oh man, what's the detail? The piping was just rotted out.
Oh.
So we had to replace it anyhow. We had to do a few different things in there. And so this is obviously the point where we were working right here, getting this figured out. And they came in and said, no more work at all.
So it's actually a stop order. You can't do anything.
It's a stop work. You can't paint. You can't, like if they showed up, they might actually be upset at me for this. I don't know exactly, but no work at all can happen. And so this will be a really nice space. So this is going to be a master or an owner's suite. And then we have an egress window going in.
Great.
So you'll have good natural light. You'll have safety to get to the outside. This will be a walk-in.
What did that run?
Price-wise, you know what?
Ballpark.
I have no idea on that for sure. Daniel.
Let's look it up and on the end talk about it because
perfect.
That is such a big thing.
It is.
The egress and everyone should do it in a basement. If
and they are
swing
pricier than like just a regular window install.
Sure.
But especially you don't have to do it in both. Like say we had another window in here, you'd have to have just one in each room. So you don't have to do all of the basement windows, egress windows, but at least one for each of the bedrooms.
So they're cutting through the concrete on this. And I mean, it doesn't look great right now, but when that's done, that to me, from a value perspective, having an egress window is a game changer. So let's find out.
And
what
I love
those
that
run.
it gives you so much natural light. So.
Oh yeah, otherwise it feels like a cave.
Right.
That's really a big difference in here for sure.
Exactly. And then this will be kind of a walk-through master closet. We're going to have, there's modular organization pieces. So we'll have all those kind of in here, especially on this wall. I thought about doing a vanity on this side, but I might just like a dressing table type thing. I might just leave that up to owner's discretion.
Sure.
And then when you come in here, our door will open this way and we're going to have a double vanity. So you'll have 2 sinks, mirror across the top here, sconces on either side. The toilet will be in that same place and we'll have a nice, larger than the shower space was before, shower, and it'll be tile and pretty and beautiful. And
well, I think this is fun to see it in this state. Sad that you had to shut down, but something that I really want our viewers to understand what can happen and be prepared for it. Because if you don't have a lot of extra dough and this happens, you're in trouble. You could lose it. And so this is the whole nature of flips. We've gone through these now as we go through flip by flip on just the things to be aware of. But understanding some of those costs, like, do you know some of the electrical costs and some of those, maybe we can share those in the next segment so people can say, oh, well, I was estimating this and I was way off, because those are really helpful figures to have. So,
well, and sometimes when we've gone into houses, we've thought, oh, the electrical is going to be like right there. It's really cool to have a good contractor, especially electrical, that kind of can go, well, if you're replacing every single outlet like in the wall and we're having to bust through it, that's fine. But maybe in some of your flips you could do, especially some of the older houses, you can do molding on the outside.
Yeah, I've seen Justin
And
do
it
that.
just depends on what your end goal is for the house that you're putting on the market. How that can be done, and sometimes they have a better alternative for you.
Well, and I think the after renovation value dictates a lot of that. I mean, if you have an 800, you're going to do it one way, and if you have a 220, you're going to do it another way. So understanding all those things, there's so many different variables that I want our viewers to really understand before they get into this, and I want them to make money and not lose money. So thanks again. We'll see you in 2-3 weeks maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so too. Well, thanks. Hopefully we won't have snow on the ground.
No, stop. Not even. No, we'll just be in September. Let's wait till October.
Sounds good. I like it. Thank you for joining us. Everything Montana Real Estate. Next version will be beautiful and staged. She does all her staging, and it'll be a total different look, and that's the idea. So
absolutely.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Lynn Kenyon, Live in Montana Real Estate, in conjunction with Everything Montana Real Estate. We're back at one of our flips.
Finally.
Finally, we were just visiting about, so Amber has joined us throughout this whole ordeal, and it has been.
This one has been.
Yeah.
This one has been.
We're standing at a different door. We've never come in this way, so that tells you there's been some progress.
So
But
exciting.
we started this is now end of February. We started this in June.
Yep.
Then we came back in August, so the video that you just saw was August, and now we're here, and it's just been a nightmare.
It's been pretty rough. Pretty rough. Not definitely how you want things to go in flip land.
And again, this, as we've talked about all our flips, this is costing you money.
It is. It's costing you money, time, sleep, all the above. All the above.
So you were going to do a garage. Now you can't even do a garage because it's added to your expenses.
It's added to our expenses because of the delay of time, and that was the differences in ordering a garage system from a different state, their codes versus our codes, the time it took to communicate between the city and the company and all of that stuff. So they will honor the deposit, and we'll be able to work with the seller on making that happen. But timeline for us, it doesn't make sense to hold it until now, season-wise, it would make sense to put it in. So we will be able to make something happen for the owner, but we won't personally be able to.
Got it. So you did siding.
Did siding, roof, windows, flooring, everything actually in this house has been touched and
New
completely
entrance.
new. The new entrance, we salvaged the deck because the way it was, though, she had made like a ramp, wheelchair ramp all the way
That's
down.
right,
It was this thing was put together like Fort Knox. Bless her soul. And so we simplified it, made it a little simpler. We opened up the front yard. There was not the archway. The bushes just grew right across, and so we opened that up so you can have a street entrance as well.
Like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's walk through and see what your
Absolutely.
efforts have produced.
Come on in. Actually, this is one of my favorite rooms in the house because
cute. It's
we
warm.
salvaged this wall, and it is reclaimed from the house. That was original. We pulled off paneling or drywall or whatever was there, and I said,
I
please,
like that
can
a
we
lot.
keep it just a fun little detail? So
Yeah, and those are nice touches, and it didn't cost you probably a lot of money, but
Nope.
it gives it some character and some
a little bit
charm.
of time and elbow grease for me.
Yep,
That
yep.
was that one.
So you're putting things together. You're going to list it Monday.
We're hoping to list Monday, probably Monday, maybe Tuesday. If not, I will be doing pictures tomorrow afternoon before I head out of town so I can get those edited. Then I can do all the paperwork and details, from the computer. Other than pictures, I can't. So
Will you still make money?
we will actually still be making a little bit of money.
Because that's win-win.
That's always a good thing.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at this! Holy smokes! Yeah,
So-
this is a little different.
This is actually like, I want this kitchen. It's my
Yeah.
favorite. I'm obsessed with the tile, especially it has little flecks of metallic rose gold in it and that like minty green. It's just so much fun. So much fun. I kind of went for a little bit of a boho traditional style in this home just because it is an older house, but it has some quirks to it, and I wanted to kind of bring in some quirks.
So more white than your other ones, not so much gray.
Yes.
And then the
Yep.
oil rub bronze, new cabinets.
New cabinets, new window sills. We actually custom designed the sills even, put those in. New cabinetry all throughout, new plumbing, new sink. It's and then dishwasher, stove. We actually have to put in a different stove because it's a gas one, and there was a miscommunication on ordering. So we got to switch that out real quick, but it'll cover for
That's
pictures.
easy. Nice hood. There you go.
Yeah.
So the new nice laminate flooring, nice
Yep.
and bright in here. So
Yep.
we'll just do a quick walk through some of these and see what it's about. But I think more talking to the viewers about just what the ordeal that you went through and sharing what they may hopefully never will have to
Yeah, exactly.
experience.
2 snug little rooms. I'll get out of the way. But it definitely was an ordeal. You learn through everything you go through. I don't know that you can always, even with inspections, even with inspectors from the city coming in, I don't know that you can always check all your boxes of knowledge before you step into a project, because then
There's risk.
There's risk involved. Humans are involved, and sometimes we mess up, and sometimes your contractor messes up, and pipe fitting goes off, and thankfully you catch it in time, and so we didn't have a big issue. But weather plays a part in it, especially living in Montana, and so yeah, learning how to juggle all of those details better for the next project, I think, will make us stronger. So
Every time.
yep, exactly.
I love this kind of stripe in the middle, that big piece that's the dark gray, and then those glass. That's really nice. Hopefully Charlie can
a
get
lot
all
of
that,
these old houses have a window in the shower, and that hits a hard point because people don't want to leave wood in there exposed. It's going to get water damage, and I don't like blocking over that though because it gives such natural light. And so I was determined, especially on this house, to bring, because it's a snug little house, to bring in as much natural light as I could. And I found the masonite glass blocks and said, we are definitely putting these in, being able to tile right up to it. So then it's an absolutely usable shower, gives you complete privacy, but also is watertight. So
I mean, that is a great look. You got to copy that, honey. There's going to
Thank
be a
you.
lot of that in Great Falls now because that looks great.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so then you walk back out, if you remember correctly, and then go downstairs, and that was not really usable space when you guys got this, was it?
No, there was the plumbing for a bathroom, and it was walled in, but it was sketchy. So I apologize the mess in here, but I do have to show the whole usable, fully finished laundry room. It's just a mess right now because we haven't cleaned it all up. There will have a countertop on there, so workspace over there, washer, dryer. And then this door can close off as well.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
a sliding door so that you can keep the noise of the laundry room in the laundry room. So new furnace, new hot water heater, new AC, all of that.
Just like an extra den space here.
Yep, extra
Playroom.
den space. This is kind of whole floor master area, primary area down here. And so it could be a library, office, TV, whichever, it's whatever they decide to
Two
use it
living
for.
spaces, that's nice.
Yep,
And here's your primary room.
here is the primary with a really large walk-in closet.
Holy smokes, look at that.
Let me click this one on for you, sorry. Yep. All in, and again, you still have natural light, which is so nice, but you have so much space to be able to do what you need in here. And then the master bathroom, or the primary
Totally
bathroom, which is
Transformed.
that
Look at this
lot.
compared. You'll see the befores and afters will show.
go on in. And I'm not getting those lights on. We gotta.
So let's talk numbers. So you originally, you bought this, thought it was going to be done 6 months ago?
Yeah.
And then hit some snags. So now we are here today. Thankfully, the market's still hot.
Yes.
Or
it
you
is.
would really be, and that's the risk you take always.
It is
You're following
always.
a market that is not always predictable in any area, out of Montana, any state.
Right.
Look at the shower. What a difference.
I know.
That's beautiful.
We've got to trim up those shelves. My husband has the pieces, and then that's all done, and then just clean up. But
What are you going to ask for this?
we are asking $329,000.
And has that always been before was that your target?
It was close. Actually, yes, it's a little above our target. I think in the last few months, I've been able to see it go up, and so I felt like that was justifiable right there, and that helps us reclaim some and still make a little bit of a profit. So yeah.
So 329 in a good market. Had you done the garage, what did that change as far as the price?
Probably only about 10,000 for us.
Oh, really?
Just size-wise, I don't know if you could go much larger with the size of the house. It's what it
can't
is,
do,
and I
yeah.
don't know that you can make it turn into anything more. Even with a garage, I think that's about what it would have put us at. Maybe a little bit more in the time, though, too. So
Right.
it depends.
So remember, that's after renovation value, that ARV. So before she even bought it, she was targeting a number that she was going to try to target so they could make a certain amount of money on it.
Yep.
So what would the garage cost?
About 10,000.
Cost 10,000 and add 10,000?
Yep.
So you're not making anything on a garage. Well, there you go. That's interesting to think about.
Sometimes you will, and sometimes you won't. I think our market has crawled up enough that it's made that difference for us. I think we still would have leveled out about here if we had the garage, if we're a few months earlier, if that makes sense, because that garage is valuable. Now, though, our market
desirable.
is becoming, yes, and now our market has crawled up enough that the home also still holds that value too, even without the garage.
So those are things you want to think about. I mean, just from in Montana, it's 30 below. You want a garage, but if there's no inventory,
Yep.
you're willing to sacrifice some of these
Exactly.
things just to get a house like this that's so nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've always read, and you're the flipper, kitchens and bathrooms are the big deal. Do you see that as far as buyers?
I do see that kitchens and a bathroom and like nice done are the big selling point. People want, and I think details are a really big deal too. I've gone into flips where some of the details are not taken care of the way my eye catches. I would be like, ooh, fix that. Ooh, fix that. Ooh, I'm not nitpicky, but there's little details. And if my eye caught it, another buyer's would catch it. And then it would mean that they're distracted by one little thing after another. And the value of the house is slowly ticking away as they're walking through. So my goal is to, one, make it beautiful, and then make sure I remove as many of those little details that they're going to see that'll distract them.
I like design. The lighting is a big deal. Both of the bathrooms, just the little stuff like the inset tile there, as opposed to just one big, continuous boring. This has got some appeal to it that's a little different that stands out. People realize. So, what do you think you're going to get a competitive bidding situation?
Oh, I don't know. About this point is where I go,
I don't care.
Okay, here's the number and let's just see how it goes. And you kind of got a game plan too, because it's still a risk at that point. How will people receive it? We think it's worth this much. We think this is comparable and, we're still going to have value. Is it to the buyer though? And then that remains to be seen. So.
And you're an agent, so you have some real insight, and you can keep your hand on the pulse to knowing when you see that it's collapsing or something's happening or the market's going up.
Keep up on it right away.
Yeah, maybe we should. So you're not going to. Some of these you were going to keep in rent. No,
not yet. No, none of these ones. These ones were all planned for sale. So
flipping.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, this is, remarkably different, isn't it, Charlie? Walking through it. Just this basement part, having that egress window and this extra space, it doesn't feel like a cave.
No.
That now you have living space, and people they always appraisers look at your square footage a lot. That's a big deal. Outbuildings less so that shouldn't hurt your appraisal, because that's also something you have to think about. It has to appraise. So you can put a wild price on it. If it doesn't appraise and the buyer needs a loan, you're out of luck. So all things that these flippers really need to be thinking about, and it's really helpful for them. So we're just hoping your competition move along.
Yeah.
For flipping. But thanks as always. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Looks beautiful. Really, really nice. Worth the wait.
Thank you. I believe so too.
So
it's been tough, but
you're here and you're done, and now you can go on to the next one.
Yep.
Which is always fun. Lynn Kenyon, Everything Montana Real Estate, in conjunction with Live in Montana Real Estate, with Amber Litzinger, I say it correctly.
Yeah.
And it's a fun project to see, even though it caused some grief and gray hair. Maybe.
It's good. It's good. We're at the end now.
You're at the end. Thanks for joining us. Okay. All right.